This episode is all about mountain railways. This fleet of super little trains carry passengers and cargo up and down Mount Pleasant to where they're needed most. Hey everyone, it's M4J here, and welcome back to the new M4J Network here on openttd. Welcome back to GSG, Guard City St George, for those of you that don't know. Probably the biggest terminus on the network. It is absolutely massive. It is all of this, from this platform here, right the way over to this platform here. And last time, we worked on populating these platforms here, the high-speed ones. And I'm sort of wasting time a little bit because this train here, that's 100% full, is about to depart. It departs at 17:45, and there she goes. And she is heading to, I believe, Plenborough. Yes, she's heading to Plenborough. Lovely. And yeah, everything seems to be working okay. There's a couple of little hiccups here and there, which I think are, well, I'm pretty certain are my fault, and not Master Trams's, who's done an excellent job with the timetables for me. But time is of the essence. I want to get more lines on the network here up and running, and there's another one that I think I can handle myself. Before I go any further, I have my first YouTube member, Mr. G95, joined last month, I believe it was, who's actually a former colleague of mine from the day job, and I've spoken to him about what rewards he wants, and quite simple actually, I'm quite happy. Basically, he just wants one line given a certain name after his son. So that's very easy. We'll be doing that. We're not doing that this episode. We'll be doing that next episode because I already had a line in mind to use. And then when he asked, I was like, yep, that's absolutely fine. We'll get that up and running. So next episode, which is all about heritage railways, we are going to have one line in particular carrying a very special name. So more on that next time out. For now, though, we are actually heading to another, I was going to say heritage line. It isn't really a heritage line, but it's going to be operated like a heritage line. I need to fix these roads here as well. That's really bad. It's going to operate like a heritage line, and I think I mentioned it last episode. Over here at the wonderful town of, lost it already, over here, Honley Market West, this station here. This is the bottom station of the Blue, not the Blue Lagoon, we've done that one, Mark, of the Mount Pleasant Railway. There we go, I got there in the end. Now this railway is quite complex. Everything you can see here that isn't this double track branch line is the Mount Pleasant, and that includes these stations here at these forests, which we will be utilising later on. Oh, they got little icons now, that's cool. Which we will be utilising later on in the series when we start getting wood and things brought over. And in fact, this here right now is a forest. I feel like removing that and replacing it with a sawmill, for reasons that will become clear later on in the series. So yeah, trains leave the station here. They run along this little double track section. Most of this is going to get rebuilt momentarily. You'll see why. It then drops down a bit, runs through here, through here, through here, round here, up here, along here, this way, this way, this way, over here, through here, round to here. And then, oh no, I've gone wrong already. This triangle, it runs this way and across the line this way. Then it comes down to here, and then here. Yeah, it doesn't go straight. It goes this way through this double track section. Then it goes round here, through here, round here, up here, through that tunnel there, across this way, round here, up here, through here, across this bridge. This big bridge. Yeah, I'm doing this deliberately fast, by the way. Sorry if you're struggling to keep up. The episode isn't me just showing you where the Mount Pleasant Railway goes and then go, right, thanks for watching everyone, and then the music starts playing. No. We're going to do a little bit more than that. This bridge here, by the way, is my favourite on the line, but I will be changing it momentarily and you'll see why. From there, it goes through this tunnel, across this bridge, and then at this point, it's basically a straight shot. Mount Pleasant is up here. This is the top station. So it's going to run round this way like this, up across all of this here, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, and then from here, it just spirals. And each level, it goes up a little bit further, and then we reach the top. Lovely. So, I'm going to try and timetable it so that we have one train leave and almost immediately the next one departs heading back down again. And then there'll be certain places along the way where they cross, and it should hopefully work really, really well. Before that though, I want to do a quick change. Now, I think I know what type of line I want to use on this, what type of railway. It's this one here, which I've actually built a depot for already over here. If I just pin these a second, because we'll be using them. Anyone who isn't a fan of slow trains, I suggest you look away now. The top speed of these, I think, is this one, which is 25 miles per hour. Now, the line itself also has a top speed of 25 miles per hour. 600mm narrow gauge, which is 2 foot, I believe. So that's the same gauge as Statfold Barn. Would help if I knew this. 1 second. 2 foot narrow gauge UK. There's a Wikipedia list. That's what we like to see. So Amberley, the Amberley Museum Railway is 2 foot. Apedale Valley Light Railway, Beaches Light Railway, Bredgar and Worms Hill. One of the lines at Bressingham is a 2 foot gauge. The old Canada Creek Railway that used to be at Thorpe Park was a 2 foot gauge. That was a good railway. I used to enjoy riding on that one. Cotswold Wildlife Park, which is where I was the other week, in fact, that's a 2 foot gauge. Devon Railway Centre has a 2 foot gauge. You get the idea. There's quite a few. Where am I going with this? Yes, so we want a 2 foot gauge railway, and it's basically a tourist railway. A bit like the Blue Lagoon. It's going to be a tourist railway. It's going to operate as a tourist railway. And to make it work, we are going to... This shed here, or this set of sidings here, I think I'm going to get rid of and just let the land take over again. And I think we're going to move the sheds to somewhere else. Haven't decided where yet, but I think that's for the best. Reason being is there is going to be an industrial use as well. We're going to have wood that gets brought over here. And then this is why this isn't going to be changed to a sawmill, and then mainline trains can come in and pick up the timber and take that timber off wherever else it needs to go. I also wanted to build a connection to the main line up here at Mewood as well, but I don't think that's going to work. Over here would have been a good one. There is a temptation just to build a bus line between Mewood and Mount Pleasant and have that work the two. So from this, was it Mewood South, Mewood North, and then up to Mount Pleasant, and then back, obviously. There's also a coal mine here, and I believe there's one down here as well. Yes, there is. Look at that. So this is going to be quite a busy line. So there's 3 separate industries, basically, that will operate on this line. And because of that, timetabling this is going to be an absolute bloody nightmare. But we're going to try it anyway and see how it goes. The first thing I want to do is rebuild this station. So this is Honley Market West, main line. That's going to remain in situ, but these platforms are going to get moved slightly to the south. So let's start off with that, and I'm also going to convert all of these lines here to the narrow gauge, and then we're going to go from there. Okay, so we are built all the way up to the top here. I need to do my little thing here where I just have a little chat with the local authority and hope I don't get caught doing so. There we go. That's all I needed. I'm going to pause for a second so I don't lose all that hard work I've just done as well. And we're going to very quickly... I knew there was something there. We're going to get rid of that piece, that piece. That's all fine. And then we're going to get rid of this track in the middle. that's all fine. And actually, we do need to get rid of that last piece at the top there as well. I guess that's buffers, isn't it? Is it just a piece? Yeah, this piece. Like so. And then remove that one. And then here, it's going to go out like that and in. Across like this, and then that, and then that. There we are. Shunt signals. Like that, like that. We've got these ones in situ. That's lovely. And then we can put the single-sided platforms in again. So it's this one here, this one here. I'm not a huge fan of how these look, to be honest. I would have liked to have had a bit more flexibility. I'm probably going to go and change these off camera, to be honest, because as I said, I'm not a massive fan of how they look. I think there are better ones out there that we could perhaps use. I'm also going to remove that signal there because we don't need it. And there we go. That's the top end station. But we're not done yet because we have these passing places. There's one here. There's one down here. There's also one... If I go into this mode, I'll be able to see them better. There's one here. There's another one. Oh no, I thought there was another one this side, but there isn't. That might make things a bit difficult in a second. I could probably build another one here, in fact. That's not the end of the world. There is one for sure. Actually, where is the next one? All the way over here. Wow, that's quite a long distance, actually. Okay. So what I wanted to do, some of these passing places I actually wanted to turn into little stations. So this one here is going to be quite easy to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can fit platforms in both directions. This one we can't do, but that's fine. This one we can almost do if we reconfigure the track slightly, which I'm happy to do. So if I was to do this, and then do this. Like so. Then this can become one. They don't all need to be one, obviously, but it's nice to have the option. Wow. You're going to be pain in the neck, are you? There we go. So yeah, this one is probably a good candidate for a spot. This one is probably a good candidate. Again, they don't all have to be stations. And I think actually I'd rather the station was this one. And then when it comes round and up and up and up and up, that's a passing place as well. But I think I might remove that one. And then this will be the next passing place. So that's something else I'm going to do here quick, is just get rid of these tracks. But I'm not going to remove the tunnel, I don't think. I'm just going to do this. I don't know why I did it like that, actually. I'm just going to do this. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And then, yeah, have this as a passing place. And then up to here. And I'm going to use waypoints on the ones that aren't stations. So this one's going to be a station. This one's going to be waypoints. Likewise, the one over here is probably going to be... I'd like to say a station, actually. But I think it's going to have to be a waypoint. Because getting into here is going to be tricky. I'd have liked a passing place here too, which is doable if I dig into the side here. So if it comes up like this and does that, this should be enough room, there we go, for a passing place. So we're going to go there, and we're going to go there, and this will be waypoints, I would say, at least. And then this one I'm going to remove. Oh, actually, no, the passenger trains come this... Oh, I didn't need to do that. Whoops. Just undo that mistake. 1 second. This is me. Again, I built this route. I think I did it on a live stream, actually. So we're talking like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, that I built this route. And a lot has changed on this network since then. So you can understand why I might have forgotten where certain things go. There we go. We can unpause the game again, actually, while this is all growing back. Yeah, passenger trains go this way, and this is perfect for a station. So that's a good one too. I'm going to build these as I'm talking, actually. So do you know what? I'm going to go into another quick time lapse just while I quickly place these, and then we're going to talk about what we're going to do for timetabling. Bear with, everybody. Okay, after clicking the wrong thing twice there we go. We are back. So, stations in place. There are 3. This one here. The next one is all the way over here. And then we have another one, which is halfway up the hill over here. These will have names. In fact, they will have names now. But I will name them properly in just a moment. I just want to see one more time that I've actually done everything correctly here, because sometimes you make mistakes and sometimes you end up doubting yourself because you make mistakes. Like literally the other day I was recording F1 Manager and I managed to do an entire 2-hour recording session that didn't capture my microphone. So hopefully you can hear me now. Testing 1, 2. Yeah, I assume so. Sorry about that if anyone wearing headphones. I believe I've done the right route as well. That's the other important thing. So station here, and then it goes this way, this way, this way, round here, through here, round here, through here, and into the double track section. Okay. I think this is all good. I'm really tempted to leave this still, but I kind of want, and also in some ways need, the sheds to be closer to the main station here. So I think what I'm going to do, because it's basically already been done for me here, is, yeah, somewhere around here. There'll be a little spur line that leads off to some sheds, and it will look like this. I don't know how many trains we need right now. I'm going to build 3 tracks. That's actually the right length as well, which is nice. Yeah, that works. And then we'll build some shunt signals just so that it is controlled, even though it doesn't need to be. And then for the actual shed, I'm going to build it alongside this, and again we'll make it 4 tracks long with a 5th one there, and then with the depot there, and then that will go there. And hopefully, if I remember how this works, masonry, there should be an overlapping one that overlaps in that direction. There we go. Perfect. It's like I meant it. And then you are south? Yeah. And then we need this one and this one. Cool. And then this will get renamed to be Honley Market Shed. Like so. And then, oh, this one I haven't actually built yet. There's a question. I think I'm going to use the Oz ones again. There are some really good tiles in here that I've just never really used before. I'm not quite sure why. So we got the gravel surface is what I've used for these platforms here, and I'm probably going to use something similar for these ones, but it'll probably be something like bitumen instead, or you know, something similar just to give it a little bit of color and make it look nice. What I'm looking for right now is something that isn't like just sidings or something like that is what I'm looking for. Farming, mining. I mean, something like this could work. Or something like this. Even though it's coal loader, it looks like just gravel. It's literally somewhere to park the trains at night, so we don't even need lights or anything. We can just do, you know, this. With... Where's the other side? This one? No? I don't know what I'm looking for now. Oh, there's infrastructure here as well. Ah, this might work better. Yeah, this probably would have been a good one to do for a time lapse as well, to be honest, just while I mess around, not really knowing what I'm doing. It's fine. You guys join the party with me. We've not even got to the hard bit yet. The hard bit is doing the timetabling, but a lot of that I'll be doing off camera again, like I did with the Blue Lagoon. So you guys won't even have to worry about that. Although Master Trams is probably going to be worrying about that. He's probably sat there now thinking, oh no, not again. Yeah. Train depot extension. Oh wow, that's huge. I'm just going to use what I know for this one for now. Nothing for that. There is fixtures though. These ones. I might just use these for now. Like this. Just to get it done. There is... oh yeah, buffer stops. There they are. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think this needs to come back one more. Which I didn't want it to do. But I think we have no choice, to be honest. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to do this. There we go. And this is where our trains will park at night. I think 3 is enough. We may need 4. If we do need a 4th one, then it'll just go alongside this one and hope that it fits, although it'll probably be a dinky one just to definitely fit. Besides that, though, I think we are actually ready to get some trains running. Now, this side over here is going to be for the industrial trains, so I'm going to leave this in situ for now. The shed and everything we'll sort out in a bit. Yeah, I think we're ready to go. Oh, naming the stations. That's the one last bit we need to do. So this one here. Let's see if I can come up with railway station name generator. There we go. Station name generator from Flaxengate Railway. Merrybrook Way. No. Wreckby West. Wreckby's a good name, actually. For this one. Wreckby View. Let's call it that. There we go. And then the next one, which is going to be this one over here. High City, no. Freeham Road, no. Donningpool Way, no. Donningpool Low, no. These look like openttd names. Chillingwood. Actually, it's up in the woods. It's not a bad name. Sounds a bit too chilling, considering this is meant to be the Mount Pleasant Railway. But yeah, Chillingwood. It'll be surrounded by trees. And then finally, this one, which is a little wayside stop, really. It's mainly here as just a passing place. So we've got, Donningpool Parkway again, Wofford City, Chillingway, New North. This is a terrible generator. Comby, Binworth, Nembington Junction, Rivermouth Moor, Greedon Way. Oh, wow. Wreckby West. Yeah, it's the same names over and over again. Capchester Down. Let's go with... Oh, what was that last one? Highbrook. That's a good one. Oops. Highbrook. There we go. So those are the stations in place. We've still got to put down the waypoints. Which, for this, that's pretty basic. Although those are lights, aren't they? Speed sign. Actually, speed signs would work. Or even just a footpath would work. Maybe not for this one, but for one of these, a footpath would work. Let's do that over here. So I'm going to redesign this slightly so that the tracks actually go through here. Like this. And that gives us a nice straight piece of track here, whereby we can stick a waypoint. Let's just sort out the terrain here a little bit more. There we go. For this then, we'll go with the footpath one. We'll do it like that. I don't know what this is going to be called right now. Mewood waypoint. To be honest, I might just number them. If we do them all as footpaths, or as many of them as footpaths as possible, then I'll probably just number them as crossings. This one over here, I have no idea where a waypoint could go. Let's think about this one methodically, he says, whilst not at all thinking about it methodically. Okay, I have an idea. If we cut in a little bit here, and have it go like this, and then like this. There we are. That signal can then be moved to there. We'll get rid of that one. And then this can go there. It's a footpath to nowhere right now, but at some point it will be useful, I'm sure. The same could be said with this one over here. It will just do it as a footpath to nowhere for now. Like that. And is that all of the passing places? I feel like there's one more. Also, I think I've just done this one on one that didn't even need it, but we will need it for when the freight trains start running as well. So, yeah, it's worth doing. Oh, over here as well. Right, this one's going to be a pain in the backside, isn't it? I feel like what we need to do here is turn this into a single track bridge. Oops. So remove that there. Remove that. Remove that. Although I think here, what I might do is this. Build this across like so. And then over here, have it cut back in like this. Get rid of that. Get rid of these tracks like so. And then I like how it's got the iron bit in the middle. I don't think it does that everywhere though. I did some tests just now and it didn't do it, but it seems to do it here. So I'm quite happy with that. And then this tunnel is going to get shortened a bit. This would have been a good spot to build a station as well actually, but never mind. I think I'm going to do it like this. Or actually maybe, hang on, undo that. We'll put the tunnel back in first. I think it might work better if we did it this side and had this be the passing loop. So it will go like this, and then that will cut in, that will come across, and then we'll go signal there, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Yeah, perfect. And then they will go there, and then all of this will be a tunnel. That works better in my opinion. We'll just sort the land out. I know it looks all brown and horrible right now, but I'll plant trees on it in a minute and it'll look all lovely and sweet. Cool. So I think, if you excuse all of the error messages as well, I think that is all the passing places. Although again, I'm saying that and I'm pretty certain I've missed one. Is the one, that's a station, and then this side here is double track anyway, so it won't be used for timing. Could potentially put one here still, just for timing's sake, but I think we'll just do the passing at the terminus at this stage. So as one arrives, the next one leaves, and that's how that works. Has that signal gone inside? Yes, it has. Well, that's slightly less than ideal. Maybe for this then. Don't like that though. What we want is a default on the other side. That would work better. But I guess we're just going to have to live with that. Either that, we move the shed over one, which is possible. If I did that, and then... in fact, not only is that possible, that then actually shortens how long this needs to be, which is good. Let's do that then. And then here, shed. So I want the one that is blank, which is this one. And then I want the one that is an overlap, which is that one. And then I just want 3 normal ones. In fact, we'll do it like this. And then I can get rid of this one. This could just be a spare siding, to be honest. Like this. We could even copy what we've got over here. Sure. Let's just leave it like that for now. Let's not play games with it right now. So I think this is actually all done. The only thing left to do is to put in the crossing numbers. Now, considering how I want this to work, this one is going to be Mount Pleasant Railway, crossing 1. Actually, technically, it's crossing number 2. And I don't mean crossing as in where trains pass. I mean crossing as in like a footpath crossing. This is going to be crossing number 1, because you can see there's actually a footpath there. So you can imagine that's how that would work. There are no other crossings. Technically there's this, but it doesn't count. There's no footpath crossings. So this is number 1. This is number 2. The station over here is technically number 3. So the next passing place is all the way over here, which is a long way away. And I did say I think I was going to put one over here instead, but it's going to have to be this one now. So you are MPR crossing number 4. And then we've got the next one, which is the station over here, which is number 5. So then this one is number 6. I think I've counted it right. MPR crossing number 6. So there should be 3 stations and 3 sets of waypoints, which sounds right to me. And then we get to the top here, where we do the swap. Okay. So now, 43 minutes into this recording, but hopefully not into this video, we can set the train. So we're going to select the train down here, and we're going to do this. Now, for this, I want one of the slower ones to be operating this line. Now, I have no idea how these are going to cope on the slope. They might just give up completely and refuse, which, if that happens, I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest. I think I might go for one of the O and K ones for this. I feel like this would work best. I need you to be, no, not that, passengers only. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth. So what's your tractive effort? Is 34 kilonewtons, power is 20 horsepower, 71 and 106. Now I think it's going to have to be this one for our timings. Use the slowest train. Actually, maybe not. We had this debate before, me and Master Trams. My logic is you use the slowest train, and then all trains after that will be early, and therefore they'll just sit at the passing loop anyway, waiting. That's my theory. And it's not that he was against that, it's just when you timetable, you normally use the actual stock that you're going to use. So I don't know if we're going to use the little dinky one here. I think these 3 are probably going to be our main runners. And out of these 3, this one's the weakest. So I think this is what we're going to use for this. So I'm going to pin you over here, and I'm going to move you across to here. Can you see this okay, by the way? I think I've got it on large. The holy moly words. I think I've got the UI on large, or enlarged, or 2 times, whatever it is, so that people on mobile can read it. But I think other people have said to me before that it doesn't matter too much. So sure. I don't know if I want to use. I didn't even select that one. I don't know what stock to use either. So these hold 20. No, these hold 40. These hold 20. And there's this one as well that holds mail 2. I think first things first, I want to grab this and I want to fit you for mail. Then I want to grab like 4 of these. That's the wrong thing. There. I want to temporarily remove you. Just make sure these are all fitted for passengers. Yeah, 160. That is quite a lot. But then these barely hold anything. 20 passengers, and they are tiny. Look at the size of them. Can I even click on that one now? Yeah. So this train carries 160 passengers and 10 bags of mail, which is obscene when you look at it. What's brown and olive look like? Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, that's all right. Can't change the livery of the loco, but that's fine. I think we'll just go with this for now. And here's the plan. So we're going to say, go to that depot. Go here twice. Here you're going to service if needed. Both of these is going to be no loading, no unloading. And now at this point, I'm just going to make it run a service. So we're going to say, go here. This is going to be, oh, it's not that one, it's that one. There we go. And then from here, we are going to run all the way around this. Oh, I still need to set up speed limits and stuff. I'll do that off camera, that's fine. So it goes across here through this station, where I am just going to let it unload and load. There's no point worrying about it, really. And we're going to go via the crossing here up to this station. This is probably going to be one of the shortest points here. So there's no guarantee that crossings are going to take place at all of these crossings. It's just nice to have them, just in case. Then over to here. And then from here, it's going to run to this station. And then to this set of crossings. And then finally, up the hill to Mount Pleasant. And that's the route. That's what we're going to do. In terms of speed limits then, so we're going to set this to 25 miles an hour for the most part, although actually no, because it's a mountain railway, isn't it? So we're going to set it to like 15 miles an hour. It's going to take like 3 hours to climb this slope. This is what I'm going to do as a test run. If it doesn't work, I'll change it. But coming out of the depot here, we're going to set it to like 2 miles an hour, or not 1. Does 3 work? Yeah. Why does 2 not work? Sets it to 1. Alright, we'll do 3 miles an hour then. And then into the station here, we'll do like 5. Hello? Oh, I think I clicked the wrong thing. And gotta get my numbers right here. So between 1 and 2, we've set that. Between 2 and 3, we've set that. And then at the end, it's between 17 and 18. And then between 18 and 1. There we are. We're also going to set these times here to all be 1 minute. I'm just going to lock that because right now it doesn't matter. So this is the run. We are going to autofill and then that's it. We're going to let this train go and we're going to see how long this takes. But before I do any of that, I'm going to go away and I'm going to change the speed limits on these signals and things like that. And again, to be honest, I could probably leave this one at 15 and this one at 15 and let the signals do the work. So I'm probably going to go and do that like that. And yeah, I'm going to go fill the timetable, fill this schedule, sorry, with the times. Then I'm going to go and sort out the timetable. And then when you next see me, we'll be adding the rest of the trains to the line here. Alright, what seems like weeks later, I have finally concocted a timetable that for the most part works. I'll explain it as I go. There will be elements. I'm debating whether to actually screenshot this one and put it up on the screen or not, but I fear not in case people actually fall out of their chairs in horror. It's not the prettiest. It's functional. And for the most part, it works, I think, like an actual railway would, but we'll see. There are 9 trains in total timetabled on this, and that's a combination of passenger, wood, and coal trains. If I do show you the timetable on screen, red is passenger, green is lumber or wood, and white is coal, because black with white text didn't look as good, so I just made it like this. Now, I believe I have it consistent so that all of the passenger trains have the same schedule, same waiting times, things like that. I believe that is the case. I'm just looking on the screen now. That appears to be the case. The wood and coal, I don't think it quite works as nicely as I would like it to. I'm just looking at the gap now. We're not doing the coal today anyway, so it doesn't matter as much. Already, yeah, I can see that's not right. And because of that, the whole thing falls apart. But we're not doing coal anyway, so we don't have to worry about that. It's just there so that when I do start running trains, they are already integrated into the timetable. So a couple of things I've done off camera that you wouldn't have seen. First of all, this station over here that wasn't part of anything. I don't think I did this on camera, but if I did, I apologize. Like I said, it was literally like 4 or 5 days ago that I recorded the first part of this video. So chances are I've forgotten most of what happened now. But yeah, this line here that was meant to be another forest, but I've turned it into another coal mine. And there was something else I did, and I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. Probably nothing important. Oh, I did build the sawmill over here now. So this now accepts wood rather than just taking wood and loading it onto trains. So this whole stop here needs to be changed. And I suppose most of these tiles around here need to be changed. So they're not stocking wood anymore. They're stocking lumber. apart from that though, yeah, we're good to go. So this little jobby here is ready. Technically, it can go. I do need to change the scheduled dispatch times. The fact that this should have all of the times in place, I will check them. I think though it's fine. The fact that it still thinks it can get in and out of the depot in less than a minute confuses me slightly. I'm not going to dwell on that too much because it doesn't matter anyway, because when they go in and out of the depot, it's during nighttime running anyway, so it's no big deal. The other thing that I was going to do but never got round to, and this will be added to the timetable at a later date, is to have supply trains. So up here in Mount Pleasant, we have this hotel that accepts food and alcohol. Wouldn't it be cool if I had a train that ran first thing in the morning to the same timetable really as the passenger train, but maybe without stopping at the stations along route, but just came up here and delivered food and alcohol to the hotel here, so that when it opens for breakfast or whatever, it's fully supplied for the day. That'd be a nice touch. Likewise, we've got 2 coal mines that accept engineering supplies, and we've got 4 forests that accept farm supplies. It would be good if we had a supply run of those once a day as well. That would take place, so the food and alcohol would get picked up from the passenger station down here. The others would get picked up from over here, and would have a train, heavy rail train that drops them off like so. And again, that's technically all timetable for it, just needs adding to the schedule, so I can do that without compromising things too much. I'm not going to worry too much about that right now though. So yeah, in theory, this is ready to go. I just need to add the stop times. So let's see if I can do that without balking things. So right now you're in the depot. We're going to enable this. We're going to have 2 schedules. So we're going to add, where's it gone? Over here. Add this one. Schedule number 2 is going to be assigned to this. I think. That seems right. Already I'm panicking. I'm like, oh God, have I done this wrong? No, I think this is right. So the first departure time, is 9:34. Yes. The next one is at 10:38. Then the one after that is 11:42. And then after that, it's 12:46. You might be spotting a pattern already developing here. 13:50. 14:54. And finally, 15:58. Now, why? Oh, there you go. It's estimated to require at least 2 vehicles. I make it as it needs 3 in my schedule here. So I think that's right. And then schedule 1 is going to be that one. If we go back to this here, this is going to be an interesting one as well. So we want like a half an hour turnaround really before each train departs, but we have a little bit of leeway at the start. So we could do like 9:04 for example. 9:04, 10:08, but I'm just going to do 10, and 11:42. So again, I'm just going to do like 11. Although, what time does the first train come back? That comes back at 12. So yeah, 11's fine. So 9:04. So actually, that 9:04 one, I'm going to swap to be 9. And that gives plenty of time at each station here. Cool. So that now says, yeah, it says at least 2 again. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that's 3. And the way I've got the schedule set up is it goes train 1, train 2, train 3, train 1, train 2, train 3, train 1. Which means that train 2 on day 1 is going to be train 1 on day 2. And it's going to slowly cascade its way through because of that. Hopefully, that's the plan anyway. So So yeah, departure 9:34, arrival 9:41. I've got it as 9:42, which is a little worrying. Also, yes, that's why. So you need to wait at the stations for 2 minutes, but at the waypoints for 1 minute. So I need to actually add the stopping times to the waypoints as well. So now that's sort of correct, although I'm still not seeing the times that I've got on here. Because at Rekby... Okay, yeah, bear with me, folks. So that's now a 3-minute wait. Here, it's a 1-minute wait. All of the waypoints still have waiting times. That's one of the issues we have here too. So you're a 2-minute wait. You're a 1-minute wait. We'll have to move the waypoints because of this, otherwise it'll block junctions. You're a 1-minute wait, and then at Mount Pleasant, I believe it's a 30-minute wait. It appears to be, yes. Also at Honley Market West, I'm just going to put in 30 minutes, but we've got the departure set up for that, so that's fine. So yeah, this one here is annoying me. I might go and manually change these times myself to what I've got in the schedule. Because why is it showing... Yeah, Rekby I've got it as 8 minutes, not... I guess because it's 7 minutes and 1,088 ticks, so it counts it as 7 minutes. It rounds down. That's not right. It needs to round up. Also, Highbrook, this one, I've got to get this right as well. So Chillingwood, it waits for 6 minutes. And then at Highbrook, it waits for 3 minutes. And at Rekby, it waits for 3 minutes as well. That's only on the way up. On the way down, it's 2s and 1s the whole way. So this gets to Mount Pleasant at 10:37. I have it timed for 10:38, so that's about right. Coming down, you are a 1. You are a 2. This one's a 1. This one is a 2. Again, I'm just checking. Yep. This is a 1. The idea being this is a tourist railway, so going up the hill, you want to stop and see the sights, but coming down the hill, you've technically already seen the sights, so you want to not have to see the sights. I think that makes sense. It does in my head anyway. Let's do this as like a 15-minute stop. I think overall, so was it train 1 and then there, so I think it's a 46-minute turnaround, so a 15 plus a 30 is 45. That's close enough for me. And then at the sidings here, I don't know, 15. The depot 1 is fine, and then this side 15 as well, because again, it doesn't really matter because it's all scheduled dispatch. So on my logic here, if it arrives at 10:38, it should leave at 11:08. It doesn't, it leaves at 11:07. So I'm going to manually enter these times in a second. I'm going to do it to the nearest whole minute. So if we end up being, I'm going to do it to the minute that I've got in my schedule. If it ends up being early, it'll just sit and wait. That's absolutely fine. If it ends up being late, then something else has gone wrong anyway, so it doesn't matter what it says. This is fine. This is all good. This is exactly what I wanted to see. So bear with me 1 second. I'm going to go into time-lapse mode here, just while I add or re-add all of these times. I'm going to do it to the numbers that I've got on my screen here. And then once that's done, we're going to add the wood trains and see where this all goes wrong. So bear with. All right, there we go. We're back. So yeah, I've added all the times in, and now it should be that we get to Mount Pleasant at, it still says 10:37 actually, which is, again, slightly worrying. I think it's, I don't know, actually. I don't know why that's the case. We could go through it. So we arrive at Rekby at 9:42. We arrive at MPR at 9:50. Chillingwood should be 9:55. Yep, then 10:11. Then 10:18. Then 10:29. Yeah, it's this last section. From MPR Crossing 6 to Mount Pleasant. It says 7 minutes there, but it should be 8, I would say. Or maybe I've timetabled it as 8 by mistake. In which case I could actually knock a minute off all of these times. Maybe have it just wait for 31. I'm just going to say it arrives at 10:38 still. Because it's still... I guess I can attach a scheduled dispatch to this as well. And I know there'll be people saying, Mark, you don't have to do that. But in theory, it will just make sure everything runs on time. So even if a train arrives late or early or whatever it might be, it will still depart at the time that it's supposed to. So if I add another schedule, we'll assign it to here. And then your departure times are 11:08, 12:12, 13:16, 14:20, 15:24, 16:28, and 17:32. There we go. And that just ensures that everything there runs on time, and then you get back to Honley Market at 12, the first one, which is bang on schedule. There we go. So yeah, this in theory is ready to go. But before we commit, I'm just going to make sure that I've grouped the trains properly. So we're going to pin this at the top here. Collapse all. Do I have a Mount Pleasant group? I do. And I have this set up as well. So ungrouped there. You're going to go in there. Now you're the little one. You're the little train. So I kind of want to give you a name. Small Hills in the UK. Or smallest. Let's see. Let's do a little bit of trivia. What is the smallest mountain in the UK? Calf Top. On the basis that anything 2,000 feet or higher is a mountain, the smallest is Calf Top in Cumbria, which is exactly 2,000 feet high. So in that case, this train, this loco at least, is going to be called Little Calf. Or Little Claff if you're someone who can't spell like me. There we go. So now, based on that, where's the... Oh, I've got the depot open. That's why it wasn't working. Now, based on that, we can buy 2 more trains and get the schedule ready to go. So you are this one, I believe. The one that sounds like a snake. Oh, no, you're this one. Ah, yeah, we did it on speed, didn't we? So yeah, technically this one is a viable option as well. 13 miles an hour. This one's 13 miles an hour. The power and weight is actually more on this one, so we can actually carry a little bit more. But I'm going to say this one, the Henschel Cassel, is going to be train number 2 on this scenario here. And I want the bigger wagons here. Gotta remember, we can't really go over 3, I think it is, on the... Oh no, that's a motor car. That's wrong. This one. That's what we want. Alright, so first of all, assign you. Make sure that this is the right colour. Yeah, that'll do. And then all of these in front. 2.5. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Make sure you all carry passengers. So you can carry 260 passengers, was that? Total cargo. 240 passengers and 10 bags of mail, which, again, pretty happy with. So you are going to share orders with this one. And if I now say add shared vehicles... God, this is all changed. There we go. So now if I just have mountains in the UK, I guess Snowdonia is a good one for a name, so I might go with that. I think that's the Welsh name. Snowdon, Welsh name. No. Oh god. Hang on. I'm going to try and say this as it's spelt, but obviously knowing how some Welsh pronunciations are. Let's spell it on the screen first so you can see it. So I think that's as in, because Wales in Welsh is Cymru, but it's Cymru. So the Y is pronounced like a U and the U is pronounced like a Y, and why I don't know, but so I think that is pronounced Woodfa. And I've probably got that horribly wrong, but that is the name of that train. Nice. What do I build for the third one? I was tempted to go with a diesel for the third one, but I like the idea of having all steam. So I think I might go with this one. So they're all different as well. And then we'll go with... actually, they've all got the same size passenger car, which I suppose is fine. I'm okay with that. These carry passengers as well, mind. That's interesting. I think I might just keep the passenger stock the same. And we'll go with something like this. And then the mail one. And we'll attach the mail one to here. Make sure it's the right colour. I've actually got the other one the wrong colour. I think it's meant to be brown and olive. It is. Never mind. There we go. You need to copy your orders from that one. There we go. You need to then add shared vehicles. There we go. Yeah, I am delaying doing the wood ones right now because I feel like it's going to all fall apart. And your name is going to be Ben Nevis, which is the tallest mountain in the UK, for those that don't know. Cool. So in theory, the passenger trains, at least, are ready to go. Let me just grab you again, and we'll make sure that the mail car is the right colour. Sweet. So you might notice 3 passenger trains, 3 sidings. That was a happy accident. That was not actually part of the plan. Next on the list, we're going to get rid of the coal train because we're not using it right now. And here's my plan for this one. I think it's possible for train 2 on my list here to serve the same place twice. And then train 5 to serve the same place twice. Train 6 to serve the same place twice. And train 8 and train 9 have to exist because there is a little bit of a misnomer at the end. In my head, I'm thinking maybe I could get around that somehow, but I'm not smart enough to work out how. So I think right now I'm just going to get 5 trains for this. And then the 6th train that would go in this set of sidings here is the coal train. One coal train can serve both coal mines during the day. So that's a happy accident as well. So this one here, you are going to go to, where do you go? You branch off at Highbrook, which means you're going to the furthest one away, which is Satellite 4. So I need to work this out now where it only goes to Satellite 4 and then comes back. Satellite 4 is that one there. So I need to get rid of all of these up to there. That, I believe, is now correct. If I check the timetable, they should all be timetabled. I have it as it takes 84 minutes. Is that correct? We'll find out momentarily. This might end up being a time lapse, this whole section here, just while I faff around and try and get things sorted. So yeah, right now, so you're train 2 technically on my schedule, but it's train, I suppose it is train 2 in terms of everything here. Now you leave the depot at 9:55. So you run twice a day, this train. We're going to do enable and add. This one here. See, now you technically get schedule number 1. Because what I need to do... that's why. I need to move you. Actually, no. Why do you get schedule number 1? That doesn't make sense. I guess because you're not leaving a first station. How have I done this? I have a shed, don't I? A siding, which is what this is. But I also have trains leaving this to go and do their orders and then come back. So I guess you're... Yeah, I actually don't know what to do with this one. Let's just remove the second schedule for now. And I've already forgotten how to do that. Previous. Where's remove? Ah, no, I do know where it is. It's here. Remove current schedule. There we go. Right. You are schedule number 1. There we go. Got there in the end. And you depart at 9:55. And according to my thing here, you also depart at 13:07. Those are your 2 slots. There are some mess arounds going on here as well, so we need to do this to clear it. There we go. So you leave at 9:55. You get to Wreckby View at 10:01, which is wrong. It's supposed to be 10:02. So bear with me. I'm just going to fix that quickly as well. Alright, sorry about that a little bit at the end. I was just counting to make sure this all adds up properly. And I believe it does. So it leaves the depot here at 9:55. It gets to the sawmill, the forestry at the top at 10:36. Now I don't actually have that exact time on my schedule. I have it leaving Highbrook at 10:32, which it indeed does. I then have it scheduled to arrive back at Highbrook at 11:38, which it now does. And then back at the sawmill at 12:15, which you can see here it does. Good. So this one is ready to go. Whew. I don't know what I'm going to do with the getting it to and from the depot thing, because I don't want them to sit in the depot. So I might have to come up with an alternative for that. I guess at the end of the day, it'll stop here, and then it'll go to the depot, and then it'll come back. I guess that's exactly what it does on the Blue Lagoon. Maybe I'm just being stupid. Anyway, this train needs a name. So we're going to refer back to our mountains in the UK, and you're going to be Scafell, as in Scafell Pike. There we go, because all of these locos have the same same philosophy, even if they are a part of... So that... I'm trying to get my words out. These are all operated by the same company, even though the passengers board in a completely different station from a completely different depot. You can imagine this was an extension that was built at a later date just to serve passengers, and actually the base of the railway is this one up here. Now we could have in theory have run passenger trains from here down and round, but I like the idea of having them stored here overnight and having it almost as part of the attraction so people can go and see the trains. And maybe in the future we add a 4th track and an extra train, and that creates even more operational interest. The fact that none of these trains are 3 tiles means we could in theory move all of these up one, and you know, that could do a thing. So yeah, this one's ready to run. We now need to basically do the exact same thing 3 more times for the other trains, but I'm going to do that off camera and I'll come back in just a second. Alright, all being well, I think I have actually got this all done. There's quite a lot here that's probably not going to work. I think these 2 trains here and these 3 actually, I need to release into the depot before they give me schedule times, which is a little annoying. Not quite sure why this one worked and the others didn't, but hey ho. Oh, I can also close that now. Yeah, I think we're ready to go. I think we are ready to go. So I'm going to hit go in a second, but before I do, there is one more thing I do need to do, quite urgently in fact, and that is grab the picker tool, select the waypoints, which are here, and I need to make sure that, oh, that's the wrong, this one I think it is, that fit, not quite, that's annoying as well, we'll do it like that, it's fine. So yeah, this, I need to go like that, sorry, like that and like that, and then we can remove. I'd like it if the eye candy worked and made it look like a complete thing, but it's fine, doesn't matter too much. We need to do the same thing. Loggers walk, I think will be fine. Actually, it doesn't matter because no trains are scheduled to cross here anyway, but I've still got trains scheduled to stop there, which I didn't actually have to do. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's alright as well, actually. Again, we have trains scheduled to stop there, but maybe we don't. I'm going to check this. Not that it matters, because I have to have them stop there because of the way it's all set up. So actually, yeah, it doesn't matter. This, we're going to do the same thing, like so. And like so. And that's just to get the trains stopping in the right location, so that they're not blocking these junctions by stopping at the halfway point. Maybe I'll add, like change these to something else and add the eye candy one back in. We'll see. But yeah, I think we're ready to go. I'm going to unpause the game, and I'm going to release these one at a time, and we'll see how this goes. So I'm not going to do the passenger ones right now. I'm just going to do the freight ones. So this one first, and we should see already that it should hold until 9:55. We'll see. Let's speed up time a little bit as well while we're waiting. The fact that these trains move so slow doesn't help me in the slightest. It's also the fact that I put a little water tower there, not really thinking about the fact these are all going to be diesel locos. They have all got names as well, you'll see. So we got Little Calf and that one that I'm not going to try and pronounce again, and then this one is Ben Nevis. And then in terms of the diesels here, we've got Scarfell, we've got Helvellyn, Ben Lomond, Old Man Coniston, which is named after the Old Man of Coniston, but Old Man Coniston sounded better in my head, and then Great Gable. Actually, Great Gable, I want to change the colour of the wagons to that one. There we go. Now, we should get some confirmation. I might as well release the second one while we're waiting. Waiting for free path. I suppose you can't actually reach the next one right now. Although I think you can. Where are you trying to go? Here, you're trying to go to the depot. Is there not a crossover? Oh, there's no crossover there. Okay, that explains it then. That explains it. So that one's also set up. So that one's departure should be 10:59. I'm just looking at these as they go. So 9:55, 10:59. The next one should be 11:20 when it arrives, but we don't know yet. Even though I could have, in theory, had this one that goes to the first satellite site here, if I'd scheduled it better, I think I could have actually had it cover the close-up one and the far-away one, so it could have serviced 1 and 2, and that might still be something I end up doing, you know, just to reduce the number of trains. But right now it's fine. And the other thing I did was make sure that trains 8 and 9 are covered as well. So it's not just the case of train 8 doesn't get back quite in time to service the train 9 schedule. It's actually the fact that train 8 has to wait at Wreckby View for 7 minutes, whereas train 9's only scheduled to wait there for 2. So just for ease of timetabling, it made more sense to do it that way. Right. In a second, train here should come along to the second point. I don't know what I'm going to do with the alternate schedules thing. I think it doesn't really matter too much because they're going to wait here regardless. So I guess that's fine. No real issue. Do we release the next one now? Yeah, I suppose we do. Out comes Ben Lomond. This is going to be a really long episode by the time I've edited it all down. I am Not looking forward to editing. There's this and also the latest Cinder's Cup episode, which I've recorded, which will be out by the time you're watching this, so do check it out if you want to see how we got on there. But yeah, both of these are very, very long episodes that have to be chopped down, so I'm not particularly looking forward to having to do all that. Instead of holding tab, I'm just going to click the button up there. That makes life a little easier, doesn't it? So yeah, this one's now trundling out. So that is indeed 9:55. Scheduled to arrive at Wreckby View at 10:02, which is correct. This one is 10:59. Scheduled to arrive at 11:06, which is also correct. Now I've got to keep an eye on this one, which is 11:20. Scheduled to arrive at the satellite site at 11:28, hopefully. All being well. Did I do I must have done. Yeah, 11:20 and then 14:32. So we'll see what that says in just a second. There we go. 11:20, 11:28. It then gets back to the site here at 12:39. Gets back to the depot at 12:28, which is just in time to go out again. I've lost it already. Train 6. Yeah, just in time to go out again almost an hour and a half later. So that's fine. Next one, you. Old Man Coniston. So you should be 12:24 to arrive at Wreckby at 12:31. Again, that's not the be all and end all what time it arrives at Wreckby. There's other factors at play, but it helps with the timetabling, I think, in my head at least. It helps with the timetabling. Yeah, I'm trying to just look at this again now because it's still... I've got it to service if needed, I suppose. So it doesn't matter too much. When it gets to the depot here, it should just tick round to this one again and then wait to the designated time and not go off around the line and whatever and end up getting lost. Oh boy, who knew mountain railways could be so difficult to run? For those of you who have skipped through to this point, this is of course based on the Talaclyn. And I guess the Skylowy Railway as well, but it's 2-foot gauge. It's actually more like the Festiniog or something like that, in my head at least. But it's 2-foot gauge, which is the same as... Is that the same as the Talaclyn? I feel like the Talaclyn is actually 2'6". Or is that the Festiniog? I can't remember now. 2:24, scheduled to arrive at 2:31, then leaves at 2:38. Now I need to check what time it gets back to Chillingwood. Is it 2:28? There. That's the big question, and it is. And then it gets to the sawmill at 14:51, which is correct. Oh my god, that's so satisfying. That is actually, just seeing it working is incredibly satisfying. And then finally, Great Gable, which is going to the bottom track down here. Now, for realism's sake, my coal trains are actually timetabled to go around the loop at the end and back to work the merry-go-round style, whereas actually they don't have to be at the depot end, I suppose, but that's what I had in my head. Whereas these ones, you just imagine that the loco runs round, uses the spare track or something, I don't know, and then couples onto the back and somehow still faces forwards. I guess you could say that they uncouple it, run it round the loop here and bring it back, and technically when it comes here, runs around the loop and comes back up here, the second run of the day, it's already facing in the right direction anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Right, as this one pulls in, we're expecting to see a 15:35 departure, arriving at Wreckby at 15:42. So let's see if it does that correctly. To get this schedule from this one, I literally just cloned the train but didn't hold control, and then just changed the numbers. So it should be, like, all the waiting times and the travel times and things should be okay. 15:35, gets to Wreckby at 15:42, departs at 15:44, and then just to check, when it gets back to Chillingwood on the way back, it should be at 17:34. Ooh, 17:35. So I will shorten that by 1 minute. There we go, 17:34. And then it's meant to get to the sawmill at 17:57, which it does. Excellent. So I can now basically tick this and call it done for now. Once the coal trains come in, it should just be a case of buying one train using this extra depot track here, and it's basically ready to go. It runs twice a day, once to the first coal mine, once to the second coal mine. As for the supply train that I talked about, the one that goes up the mountain, I can just reuse the passenger timetable, but schedule it slightly earlier in the day to get that done. And then for the resupply trains, again, I've got the timetable. I can just run them at dedicated times of day. I was tempted to try and run these trains through the night as well, and in theory, minus the passenger train schedules, I could do that by just taking the schedule that I've got now and offsetting it slightly, and then still having it stop as if there was a train passing it, even if there isn't. But I think this is fine, to be honest. I don't see a reason to mess around with this too much. You can also imagine that, you know, during the day is when most logging takes place. You don't really cut down many trees at night. And by the time the last passenger train arrives back, it's 6:30 in the evening. And the first one goes out at 9:30 in the morning. So that is a 9 to 5 plus lunch, pretty much. So I think that's fine. The first logging train leaves at 9:55. The last one gets back at 6 o'clock. So I think that's a good day shift, basically. And that's not even including the ones that have to go up into the woods in the first place and chop trees down. Maybe if I do the supply runs in the morning, you can imagine that's the workforce going in as well. And then the workforce catches the last lumber train back. Maybe I'll try and put a little caboose on the back or something they can all sit in. I don't know. We'll see. For now, though, I'm very happy. This is up and running. It's all working. It's very nice and very good. Once again, I'm recording this on an incredibly hot evening, so I'm not going to record the intro after this. I'm going to go have a lie down or something instead. But the next time you see... Oh, I suppose I could release these as well and make sure these work. Whoops. They should work, but we'll find out. The next time you see me then, I'll be doing heritage railways. That's the other thing. So this is technically a preserved railway, but it's not heritage as such. It's just an old railway. I suppose that's what all heritage railways are. I guess this is a heritage railway, but it's still a working railway. The fact that we've still got the lumber trains going back and forth and the tourist thing's just there as a little optional extra. But we'll be doing proper full-size standard gauge heritage railways with all the gubbins and everything. So until then, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course, if you're enjoying the series so far, drop those comments down below with you're going to the wrong place. That's why you're throwing up an error message. Bear with me 1 second. Oh god, I've done it again. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series. There we go. Drop some comments down below with ideas for future episodes. Why can't you get to the sidings? If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. I will get there in the end, I promise. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. It's very much appreciated. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and until next time, from the little chugger down here, the little calf, I will see you soon.